February 24, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. This place is always pretty empty, but today it's deserted. That must mean everyone's busy solving crimes. Oh, if you're looking for the others, they're all in the conference room. Thanks. Wow, he actually talked to us. The chief prosecutor said what she did in the decision about what to do about Mr. Edgeworth, not to mention our statement to the media and tomorrow's trial. Well, there's more chaos going on than Thanksgiving and Christmas put together. I think festive is the word usually used for those. Sir? We'd like to have a look around Chief Gant's office. Just use the connecting hallway to the other building and take the elevator to the top floor. Really? You mean it's okay for us to go in there? I mean, we aren't police officers or anything. Hey, you're right, you can't go in there. It's off limits. Now I see where Detective Gumshoe gets his unique charm. Oh, what are we waiting for? Let's head to the chief's office. Nothing to look at, really. Alright, move. Boy. February 24, Police Department, Chief's Office. Who knew the chief to have such a large organ? I guess it's in his thing. Whoa, where am I? In the chief's office, silly. At least that's what it said on the door. Check out that pipe organ. That's real, isn't it? Hey, I used to take organ lessons in kindergarten. They used to call me Little Miss Bach. I thought I was a genius until they tried teaching me notes. I never could remember where C was. Hmm? Oh, it's you two. Chief Gant. He put that paper he was reading in his desk. So, righto, have you been swimming lately? No, I haven't. I've been kind of busy lately. I can appreciate that. I've had my hands full, too, with Mr. Marshall's misconduct and Lana's provocative statement. Provocative statement? Oh, you mean about the forged evidence? 2 years have passed since that incident. My, how time flies. See that big picture on the wall over there? That's a picture of Lana, Neil, and me. So this is Mr. Marshall's brother, Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He's also the King of Prosecutors trophy and the broken vase in the back. We took it to commemorate our work together. Something's not right with this picture. I can't quite seem to put my finger on it, though. Team picture added to the court record. Photo at the awards ceremony of Gant, Lana, and Neil. Anyway, I'd like to reminisce all day, but there are matters that need my attention. I'm going to lock up here, so let's go out together. Oh, but this office. It was a crime scene 2 years ago, wasn't it? That case has long since been over. There's no need to investigate it anymore. All the same, we'd still like to have a look around. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said there's no need to investigate it anymore. Now hurry up and get out. I have a meeting to attend. Looks like we aren't welcome. It seems that case isn't over with yet after all. What do you mean? Chief Gant denied our request to search the crime scene. That means there must be a reason he doesn't want us looking around in there. You mean like a clue? There's got to be a way we can get inside the chief's office. Let's go. We'll be through here. Wait, well, I guess so. February 24, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. Hey, pal. Detective Gumshoe, aren't you supposed to be in a meeting? I'm, just taking a breather. My feet hurt. From sitting so long? Actually, from serving everyone coffee. Sounds like Detective Gumshoe's still out of the loop. Say, have either of you seen Mr. Edgeworth? Edgeworth? No, why do you ask? He's under fire from both the police department and the prosecutor's office. It's almost like the battle's between you two in court. That sounds serious. Is it because of what my sister said? That's basically what it all boils down to. Falsified evidence 2 years ago. Now Mr. Edgeworth has the whole world after his blood. Yikes. But why would Edgeworth be blamed? It's not like he knew the evidence was forged. Lana Skye is the guilty party here, isn't she? Regardless, the prosecutor is responsible for the evidence they present in court. Not only that, but as you know, there have been a lot of rumors going around about Mr. Edgeworth. His amazing talent as a prosecutor has kept him safe from those who don't like him. But now with this, are there really so many people who hate him? In our world, only those with talent rise to the top. Edgeworth not only has that, but he's young. There's no better recipe I know of for making enemies. Hey, Dick, keep up the good work. Yes, sir. Let's go out for lunch again sometime. My treat. Yes, sir. You gotta take me back to that joint sometime, okay, Dick? Yes, sir. It seems you don't have any problems with enemies. Yeah, well, careful not to stick out. Anyway, I'm a bit worried about him. Under all this pressure, I'm afraid Mr. Edgeworth just might crack. Oh my. Actually, I took a look at the file earlier while the coffee was brewing. He seems genuinely concerned for Edgeworth. Well, did you find out anything? The only evidence Doc left behind was during his final attack. His final attack? You mean... when he killed Prosecutor Marshall, who was trying to protect some girl. Me. It seems Detective Gumshoe never realized Emma was the girl. That's where he left the most incriminating evidence of all. Well, what was it? Oh, let's see. I think it has something to do with the murder weapon. Oh, I forget. Look, it's all written somewhere in here, okay? His powers of recollection never fail to impress. Maybe we should show him the murder weapon. It might jog his memory. Okay, so remember to do that in a second. But also... True Dark, serial murder, death, victims, data. Doesn't say anything about a weapon here. Let's talk about this one, then show the knife. True Dark was 42 at the time of the crime. He was just your run-of-the-mill businessman. A businessman? What made him take this serial killing? Capitalism. When on his way home from work, he hit someone with his car. With his car? So, it was an accident? An accident, yes, but transformed him into an animal. An animal? He killed a man that witnessed the accident. Then he killed a lady who saw the second crime. The kid walked by just then, so he killed him too. Then when he was burying the bodies, the jogger came up on the scene and was killed as well. Finally, he turned himself in. That's not... serial killing, that's a killing spree. Oh. Seems he was a pretty careless animal. Of course, this is all conjecture. There wasn't a single shred of evidence. So, he turned himself in? Yes, but in the middle of his questioning, he fled and murdered his final victim. Prosecutor Marshall. That crime was witnessed by someone too, but luckily Dark was arrested on the spot. It's a good thing that last witness wasn't killed. That last witness, aka Emma. Alright. Wait, present is a different button. Not this one, but the other one. About this. Hey, is that? It has a tag attached to it with the label SL9 incident on it. I believe this would be the broken murder weapon you were speaking of. What are you doing with that? Ever since that case was closed, that knife's been locked away in the locker. The day Detective Goodman was murdered, this suddenly disappeared from the locker. And it was found in Mr. Edgewood's car muffler. That's it. Now I remember what that incriminating piece of evidence was. When you showed me that knife, it all came back to me. What is it, Detective? Quick, before you forget again. This knife, it was Joe Dart's, wasn't it? That's right. They traced it back to the store he bought it at, plus it had his fingerprints on it too. No one actually witnessed him using it to murder anyone, right? That's where his luck ran out. You take a good look at the knife. You see it's broken. You don't have to take a good look to notice that. Yeah, well, anyway. Take a guess where the broken off tip of the knife was found. That's what did him in. Was it? The victim, Neil Marshall, was carrying it inside his own body. It's found deep inside the stab wound. Did it match Dark's knife? You're back down the last fiber. That's pretty conclusive. Hey, Neil's autopsy report added to the court record. Stabbed in the back. Died from punctured heart and lung. A knife tip was in the wound. Stabbed in the back? Does that at all comport with the picture we saw? Switchblade knife updated in the court record. The broken tip was found in the victim's body, belonged to murderer Joe Dark. Well, there you have it in a nutshell. That's all I know. Can I ask you one more thing? What is it? If it's money or need, you should ask Chief Gann. It's not money, but it does concern the Chief. His office is a crime scene, right? It's where Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered. The Chief's out now and his office is locked. We'd like to have a look around if that's okay. Well, my detective's ID card can lock the door. What? Really? What if I let a civilian in there? Charged with breach of trust. Breach of trust? Simply put, I'll be canned. Oh. Sorry, pal. I don't plan on getting fired because of you. About this ID card? It was Detective Goodman's. That won't work either. The data was deleted the day he died. Oh. So in other words, Gumshoe is our only chance of getting into that office. I wonder if there's something we could show him that would make him change his mind. Alright. Or change his mind. Okay. Name of deceased, Neil Marshall, 27, male. Date and time of death, February 19, between 7 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. Cause of death, single stab wound, piercing heart/lung. Assessment, died from blood loss under 10 minutes. Weapon found in wound was missing tip. Interesting, that knife in front of Lana coming out from that armor. Is that the one that really gets stabbed in the back? With... Alright. I don't know about the jar either. So the only new thing we picked up is the, well, like, They'd show him the Gant team picture. I don't know if that would change anything, but we'll see what he responds to. We share a little advice with you as a detective. You don't have a clue, keep your trap shut. I'll keep that in mind. Sheesh. Okay, so not that. About that jar. I think I've seen it before somewhere. Somewhere? Or maybe it's one of those memories people have from previous lives. This must be the most uninformative detective I've ever met. Something about it makes me feel uneasy. It's like I'm in the chief's office and he's yelling at me. Chief Gant? Where could I have seen that before? Okay, you don't actually want to see it. Okay. Alright, so that's not the thing that makes him respond the way we need him to respond. Hey, check it out, there's a metal plate here. It looks like the names of all the previous recipients are engraved on it. Oh, one guy's listed a bunch of times. Karma. I guess he must be a foreigner? Yeah, that's probably it. Oh, wherever he's from, he must have been an amazing prosecutor. I'd like to meet this Mr. Von Karma sometime. When she says it, his name does have a kind of a ring to it. So we don't notice the other guy, Marshall's name on it? Hey, that's it. That's King of Prosecutors Award that Mr. Edgeworth got the other day. Were you at the awards ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence myself. Ah, congratulations. I was wondering, why is the award a shield? And why is it broken? Oh, there's a reason. Oh, I'll tell you what it is later. Apparently he's forgotten. Okay, and he's told us we've done that before. Okay. What else would he respond to? Badger? This guy almost made us lose the case today. What are you talking about? He was guarding a blood stain on that evidence locker with his life. That's more than you could say about most officers nowadays. It would have saved us a lot of trouble if he hadn't guarded so well. I have to admit he's right, though. Thanks to the Blue Badger, we were able to prove another possibility today. A possibility that another murder took place prior to 5:15 p.m. That's the ID card record, isn't it? Yes, there's only one number left to investigate. At 4:20 p.m. The victim, Detective Goodman, must have entered the evidence room along with someone else. Someone with an executive officer number. 77777777777. That's 17 too many, Detective. An executive officer. I just might have a hunch. That was Lana, right? Maybe? I don't know. Can I present him these things we just got? No. If I present him Joe Dark. Been studying up on those files. There's nothing wrong with Mr. Edgeworth's presentation. You think people are accusing you of injustice? I for one ain't buying it, pal. You looking into the case for Mr. Edgeworth? Yeah, it's a pretty big deal what's going on, you know. After all, a serial killer was on the loose. But Lana was pretty clear in her confession. She forged evidence in order to prove Joe Dark guilty. Does he respond to the handprints? Can't believe Officer Marshall would do something like that. You know Officer Marshall? Of course I do. He was like a mentor to me. When I first started out, he even gave me a small cactus. Really? He said, Dick, she'll listen to all your troubles. Note to self, Detective Gumshoe talks to a cactus. Hard to believe he's just a patrolman now. Somehow I'll trade places with him. What? Why do you look at me like that? This about the glove? What does the glove have to do with this incident? He doesn't know. Fine. Let's go back to... We'll look around a bit more. February 24, Prosecutor's Office, underground parking lot. No one's here today, not even Ms. Starr. Everyone's probably busy looking into what exactly went down in the evidence room. It must be where the detectives are. But we proved in court today that on the day of the crime, no one was murdered in the evidence room at 5:15 p.m. Yeah, I thought we were finally making some headway in our case. But instead, it looks like we just ended up making Lana look more guilty. Even more guilty. Hang in there, Lana. I've got to find all the answers by tomorrow. Alright, so there's any more to examine here. Before we looked at the things, it would be mean if they were to change everything up on us. I think we just want to look for people at this point. Check out for prosecutor. Do we have an Edgeworth? February 24, High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202. I wonder if Edgeworth is back yet. Here he is. Looks like he's writing something. What are you doing here? He sure was quick to throw that paper on the floor. Tough day in court, huh? Had to live the past 2 years with rumors flying around. It's another allegation to me. Cheer up, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm rooting for you. That's Edgeworth for you. Always trying to hide his real feelings. So, what do you want? Like some people, I don't have all day. There's no excuse for what I've done. 2 years ago, I used false evidence to obtain a guilty verdict. That's what it all breaks down to, and nothing I can do can erase that fact. But you didn't know, did you? I mean, that the evidence was falsified. The police department and the prosecutor's office share a bond of trust. If that bond is broken, we stand to lose everything. The police department's error is my error, my responsibility as a prosecutor in charge. The fact remains the same, no matter what excuses I might have. Mr. Edgeworth, I take pride in my work, so tell me why. Why has it all come to this? Even Edgeworth can't keep this kind of emotion bottled up. Are you up for the trial tomorrow? First last year's trial, now this one. Seems all you do is worry about me. To be honest, you're getting on my nerves. Mr. Edgeworth, you can't just walk out on the trial. Tomorrow's the last day. It's too late to change prosecutors. But that's what my superiors are banking on. Never thought that case would come back to haunt me like this. That's the same paper that was in Gant's office. What do you mean? List of evidence seems too short. Most lists run twice as long. It's only half as long as most lists. That is odd. After Neil Marshall was murdered, I became prosecutor for that case. No, I didn't part of the investigation, but I knew what I had to do. Here's the evidence I was given to prove the suspect guilty. It was really the only thing on my mind at the time. Say, we just saw a picture taken around that time. That picture. Something seemed strange about it. Could you tell us again about what happened that day? The day Detective Goodman was murdered. You were participating in a ceremony over at the station, right? Never cared for ceremonies, but I had to attend that one. Because you were awarded this? Receiving awards can't exactly skip out on the ceremony. Finished up at the office in the morning and drove over to the police department. You finished up at the office? Yes, just odds and ends, clerical stuff. Didn't plan on returning to the office that day. That is, I was asked to take something back. Take something back? This. Oh yeah, Chief Gant asked you to hold on to that, didn't he? Yes, it's a piece of evidence in a case that was closed half a year ago. He asked me to bring it back to the prosecutor's office. And that's the story we heard yesterday. So you came back here to the prosecutor's office because the chief asked you to? That's right. This picture was hanging on the wall in Chief Gant's office. Prosecutor Neil Marshall just started making a name for himself. Looks like this was taken when he received the King of Prosecutors trophy. Speaking of that, there's something that bothers me. Yes? The trophy that Mr. Marshall is is holding, it's a little different than yours. Yes, you're right. I remember now. Remember what? That was what the official prosecutor's trophy looked like until 2 years ago. Oh, because it still has the sword on it. Yeah, it still has the sword in it. With a broken tip, mind you. There's a story behind its design. Story? Sounds interesting. Would you mind telling it to us? Simple, really. Contradiction. That's what the award's based on. Contradiction? What do you mean, contradiction? You know, it wouldn't hurt if you put this up somewhere, like on a shelf. It has no meaning for me anymore. What do you mean, anymore? That's what it was last year. What good is it to dwell on the past? He's asking me? Why can't you just accept it graciously? Actually, something's been troubling me about this shield. Look, do you notice anything different? Different? Yeah, don't you remember? The other shield in the court record? I guess I'd better present this other shield. Other shield? You mean the one in the picture? I mean, I don't present it again, that's not going to do anything. Oh, it's because I already did it. Okay. This award originates from an ancient Chinese tale. In Chinese, the word contradiction is written with 2 characters. First means halberd, and second means shield. Have you heard this story? Me? Oh, sure, everyone knows that. Why don't you tell it, though, for Emma's sake? Very well. Long ago, in the kingdom of Chu, there was an arms merchant. One day, he presented the king with 2 items. First was a halberd he claimed could slice through any shield or armor. Second was a shield he claimed could withstand any weapon. Wait a minute. Those claims contradict each other. Very perceptive. Then again, you've heard this story before, right? Anyway, as you mentioned, the very descriptions of these items discredit them both. The king pointed this out, the merchant was left speechless. And thus, the Chinese word for contradiction was born. Oh, I see. So the chipped shield and broken knife symbolize... Precisely so. They symbolize the merchant's items. The ancient tale ends with the merchant at a loss for words. It's in our nature to pursue matters to their conclusion, even if it results in something as ugly as this. Wow. Thanks, Mr. Edgeworth. I learned something new today. That's funny. If that's so, then why were you only given a shield? I have to ask Chief Gant. 2 years ago, he had the halberd part of the award abolished. Chief Gant? 2 years ago? The prosecutor's trophy updated the court record. 2 years ago, the halberd was removed at Gant's behest, giving it its current form. Okay, so we talk to things here.